Hey, listener, ever promise yourself a stress-free holiday season only to see your calendar overflowing, feel anxious about the food landmine awaiting you, experience pressure to create the perfect holiday atmosphere, or find you're bracing for unpleasant interactions at upcoming events? Please know you're not alone. Despite understanding what truly matters during the holidays, the relentless pursuit of perfection and countless other pressures often have a way of overshadowing the joy. Well, the PsycHope Self-Help podcast wants to help you change these all too familiar patterns this holiday season. We also understand that holiday stress is intertwined with your everyday challenges. Ongoing sources of stress don't just let up because it's the holidays. That's why we're sponsoring the second annual 12 Days of Holiday Stress Relief Audio Summit. We're bringing together upwards of 12 compassionate and brilliant women, each with an illustrious professional background. This exclusive event will run from December 1st through December 12th, with a new interview dropping each day. It's my true honor to interview each summit guest to understand how she sees holiday stress impact the women she serves. And I'll be sure to ask for all their tips on how to navigate the many forms that stress can take this holiday season. We're here to help, but we don't want to add to your already burdened days. So we're bringing you quick, bite-sized episodes that you can listen to while running errands or wrapping presents. We're keeping things short and sweet, but rest assured you're going to walk away with valuable insights and some amazing tips. This audio summit is free, but you'll need to sign up to get access to the private podcast. Are you ready to embrace the enchantment of the winter holiday season without the overwhelm? Then head on over to psychope.com/12days to join us for this exclusive event. No matter what kind of stress you're going through this holiday season, we have a compassionate expert who understands your concerns. Let us guide you through a transformative journey, helping you navigate the holiday hustle and reclaim the peace of the season. Again, please visit psychope.com/12days to reserve your spot, or just click the link in the show notes. Hello and welcome. You're listening to the PsycHope Self-Help podcast, a space for women where psychology illuminates paths to healing, hope, and personal growth. I'm Dr. Jennifer McManus, a clinical psychologist, and I'll be your host. Each episode, we'll explore a different way to use psychology to enhance emotional wellness. Hope you enjoy the show. Hey everyone, it's episode 44. I'm so glad you tuned in today because we're preparing for something really special over here. And that's the second annual 12 Days of Holiday Stress Relief Audio Summit. If you've followed the show in previous years, you probably already know that the holidays hold a special place around here. While of course I'm a big fan of Christmas music, twinkling lights, and cozy traditions, it's also about creating space to acknowledge that this time of year can be really challenging for so many of us. That's exactly why this summit exists. And I can't wait to tell you more about what's in store for this year. Before we dive into the themes we'll be covering in this year's summit, though, I want to make sure you know that it all starts December 1st. There will be at least one new interview dropping each day until December 12th. You can access these exclusive interviews by registering for our private podcast at psychope.com/12days. There will also be a link in the show notes that will take you right there to sign up. So a little history on the 12 Days of Holiday Stress Relief Audio Summit. I actually started this 12 Days of Holiday Stress Relief tips tradition back in 2021 with quick video tips that I shared on social media, like Reels and TikToks. It was a simple way to connect and offer support during what can be a really tough time of year for a lot of people. In the next year, so in 2022, right after I launched the PsycHope Self-Help podcast, I kept the 12 Days of Holiday Stress Relief Tips tradition going with full solo podcast episodes dedicated to navigating holiday stress. Last year, we hosted the very first 12 Days of Holiday Stress Relief Audio Summit. This brought together compassionate professional women, all experts in mental health and psychology, to share insights and actionable tips. The feedback from last year was so overwhelmingly positive that I knew we had to bring the summit back again this year and make it even better. For the second annual 12 Days of Holiday Stress Relief Audio Summit, we've expanded our focus to include not only experts in mental health, but also from thought leaders from other fields like physical health and spirituality. I firmly believe there are many paths to the same destination, and the more perspectives we have to help us navigate holiday stress, the better. And, as you've heard me discuss on previous episodes, physical health and mental health are highly intertwined. Plus, understanding and honoring individuals' spiritual beliefs or lack thereof is an important piece of emotional wellness. All right, so let's get into the themes from our latest summit. When sharing themes, I do my very best to strike a balance between giving a preview of what the guest experts discuss, but without spoiling all of the goodness you're going to hear at the summit. So let's start with how holiday stress tends to show up for us. Each of our guest speakers shared specific ways that stress can impact us this time of year, and some common patterns emerged. For many, the holidays bring up difficult family dynamics. Maybe it's tension from unresolved conflicts, or perhaps there's even a connection to past trauma. These situations can make family gatherings especially challenging. Then there's the sheer pace of life. During the holidays, you're not just juggling work deadlines, but increased social events and all the extra holiday tasks. It can feel really overwhelming. Time management can become a real challenge as you try to squeeze in everything from shopping to decorating to meal prep. There's also the illusion of perfection. Social media, holiday movies, or even our own expectations can make us feel like we're supposed to create flawless holiday experiences. This pressure can weigh heavily on us. Societal pressures can amplify those feelings. It's easy to feel like you're not measuring up to what's expected of you, whether it's about how your home looks, how your family behaves, or how you're supposed to feel. For some, the holidays challenge lifestyle changes, whether it's maintaining sobriety, sticking to nutritional goals, or staying consistent with exercise. This festive season can often make those commitments feel harder to keep. This year's speakers also reminded us of the mental load, how so much of holiday magic falls on women, from planning, shopping, and wrapping to decorating and baking. It's a lot, and it can feel like too much. Then there's the feeling of isolation. The holidays can magnify feelings of loneliness, even if you're surrounded by people. Lastly, grief and loss often become more pronounced during the holidays. This may involve navigating the holidays after a loved one has passed, and can also include a romantic breakup or divorce. Now, one thing you're not going to find at this summit is toxic positivity. Questions like, why aren't you smiling? It's Christmas. We're not about advice that dismisses real feelings and struggles. We don't believe in glossing over hard emotions. Instead, we focus on meeting you where you are, validating your experiences, and offering realistic, compassionate discussions. This year's speakers share a wide range of practical solutions and tips to help you navigate the holidays with more peace and intention. It all starts with acknowledging that there's so much outside of our control over the holidays. So, holiday stress relief often involves focusing on what is under your control. For starters, our speakers emphasize compassion, not just for others, but for yourself. It's okay to not have it all together. And showing yourself kindness is a powerful way to reduce holiday stress. Mindfulness was another big theme. Slowing down, being present, and finding small moments of peace can make a world of difference during this hectic season. During the summit, you'll also learn about glimmers, those tiny moments of joy or hope that can help you recenter and recharge. We'll also explore how physical exercise can be a tool for stress relief, with specific tips for making it work during the busy holiday season. And let's not forget about planning and organizing. Sometimes a well-constructed list can be your best stress relief tool during a busy season. Then there's wellness pairing and stacking, which is all about combining self-care with other enjoyable tasks so it feels more manageable and has the potential for even greater impact. Journaling is another strategy that came up, with guidance provided on how to use journaling to process emotions and stay grounded. Other themes for holiday stress relief tips included striving for mindset shifts, setting healthy boundaries, and finding ways to enhance your resilience. Finally, you'll also hear discussion about how community can help with holiday stress. Building connections, whether big or small, can be comforting and supportive. Each speaker brings their own unique take on these themes. So there's something for everyone in this summit. If you haven't already signed up, now's the perfect time to do it. Head to psychope.com/12 days to reserve your spot. Once you're signed up, you'll get immediate access to a private podcast feed where the interviews will drop daily, December 1st through December 12th. If you're hearing this episode after the summit already started, no worries. You can join us at any time. The interviews from earlier in the summit will be there waiting for you, so you won't miss a thing. I'm so excited about this year's summit and to be able to share these incredible conversations with you. Remember, you can sign up at psychope.com/12 days. Looking forward to connecting with you at the second annual 12 Days of Holiday Stress Relief Audio Summit. Much peace till next time. The information shared on the PsycHope Self-Help podcast is done so with the understanding that it does not constitute professional help, nor is it a substitute for professional help. If you think you might benefit from more than self-help, there are resources listed in the show notes.